Number one, and this is for my ladies, men here are going to approach you. One thing about it, they're very respectful, but they're confident. And if they think you look good, they're gonna let you know. If you're genuinely not interested in a man, you have to tell him straight up. You cannot tell him, oh, I'm married, because he's gonna ask you, are you happily married? No.
If you're going to Jamaica anytime soon, I'm gonna need you to listen when I tell you this. Bring cash, okay? Do not bring 50s, 100s, or 20s unless you got it like that and you want to give it like that.
When you're in Jamaica, keep your head on a swivel. Or have people around you that are keeping their head on a swivel. This is not the place to go and be young and reckless. This is not the place. It's not. If you want to be young and reckless, be young and reckless in the resorts. You can be as young as reckless as you want to be. But you see, once you step out the resort and you're anywhere else, this is not the place.
Welcome back to the channel. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica, or you just want to understand the island a little better, this video is for you. Today I am breaking down the funniest, realest, and most useful tips that every tourist needs to know before touching down on Jamaican soil. From why you should never ask for an avocado, to understanding why soon come is basically its own spiritual timeline. This is your unofficial survival guide to moving like a real Jamaican and avoiding those rocky mistakes that make locals look at you like, yeah, new, eh? Let's get into it.
So for those of you who plan to visit Jamaica, let me give you a heads up so you don't get confused like I did when first came here. Number one, looking for avocados, don't ask for avocados, ask for pear. Why? No idea. Number two, looking for potatoes, don't ask for potatoes, ask for Irish. Why? Again, no one knows. Number three, they offer you a melon, they mean watermelon. It's great, but seeded. Number four, you like coconuts? Congratulations, brah, you made it to heaven. 5, care for strawberries? Perfect, just make sure you sell a kidney or two first. And lastly, if your driver tells you, your mommy soon come, make yourself a coffee, bro, because it's gonna be a long wait.
It's Nisha, the tour guide / weather woman in Jamaica. So take these points into consideration if you have a trip planned to Jamaica and you decide, hey, I need to be up and running when I get to Jamaica. First on the list, book the flight. Well, obviously, you have to book the flight to come here. Make sure you fill out your C5 form. You need that upon entry in Jamaica. So if you don't have the C5 form, then yeah. So make sure you fill out your C5 form. Take a screenshot of it. Make sure you have international service. Meaning, when you come here to Jamaica, it can't be that you don't have no service. You can't reach anyone to say, hey, I landed, or hey, I'm okay. So make sure you double check with your service provider to see if they could offer you an international plan that you could like pay for, where you know you have service. Bring cash. Bring cash. So I know some people, oh, I don't want to bring cash, or I don't want to travel with cash or whatever, which I definitely understand. But take into consideration that some of these places that you go to like do purchases, they might have a card machine. But you know the fun fact about the card machine? The card machine sometimes don't work, which means you can't use the card to pay for anything if the card machine don't work, right? And then also, fun fact, sometimes the ATMs don't work. They do work sometimes, but sometimes they really don't work to the point where you can't get no cash, or it's a long line of people waiting to use the ATM. So for backup,
if you want to get into a certain vibe, say like a Bob Marley vibe, and you want to go on the streets now, in lots of the places like Ocherias, they have dispensaries. Yeah, it's cool, but just like at home, they overcharge. Spend your money in the streets. I'm going to let you in on a secret. They have this thing in Jamaica called a $100 bag. If you're willing to give them 10 US, 10 Canadian, 10 British pounds, 10 Dutch marks, 10 whatever, they'll be very happy to do the trade. Now, they'll probably always try to say a higher price, but don't get me wrong. It's because they're not used to getting tourists because the hotels keep it to themselves.
Everyone's talking about it. Should you go to Jamaica? Is it safe? Is this the place that you need to go? Not planning for that light to come on. Anyway, as a Jamaican who lives in the US, you should not go to Jamaica if you are a dumbass. if you don't listen to the locals when they tell you don't go somewhere, if you are the type that gets belligerently drunk and does not take care of yourself and know where you are, your belongings, and your friends are, if you plan on doing something against the locals, attacking them in any way, if you don't have any common sense, and if you aren't looking to have the best time of your life. Now, the only reason I'm upset right now about going to Jamaica is because I already bought my ticket and I'm going in April for Carnival. I'll be with Exodus. But beyond that, Jamaica is an amazing, fun place. Do you have to be aware of your surroundings? Yes. Do you have to be aware of your surroundings regardless of where you are in the world? Yes. Jamaica is not like the US where there's random attacks against civilians and you can walk into a mall or a supermarket and it's the last day of your life. Jamaica's not like that. Now, if you're going to Jamaica assuming everyone there is Bob Marley-esque and everyone's just going to give you a high five, light a you know what, and just pat you on the back and say, welcome to Jamaica where things are irie. No, Jamaica's not like that. It's a real place. There are individuals, there are people there who are making a living and are doing their thing. So if you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. But don't make yourself a target either, which if you're alive in this era where things are hard for most people, you wouldn't do anyway.
All right. First thing you need to understand, Jamaica is not just English. Jamaica is vibes. Jamaica is attitude. Jamaica is a whole language by itself. Patois. Now you don't get scared. Nobody expects you to speak it, but you should understand a few basics. And tip number 1 is soon come does not mean soon. If someone tells you soon come, it could be in 5 minutes or it could be after them finish talk, laugh, cook, eat and take a nap. Just breathe. Jamaica runs on the relax yourself timeline. And tip number 2 is don't ask for avocado. I am warning you. Walk into a Jamaican shop and ask for avocado. They are gonna turn around like, what? It's called pear. Yes, a pear. Don't fight. Don't argue. Just accept the cultural update. And tip number 3 is greetings are very important. Jamaicans take respect seriously. Don't just wake up and start talking. Say good morning. Say good afternoon. Say good night. Say wagwan if you want to be friendly. And trust me, it goes a long way. And tip number 4 is cash is still king. Not everywhere takes card, especially if you are buying street food, souvenirs, or taking taxis. Keep some Jamaican dollars on you. Don't rely on your card like you are in Times Square. Tip number 5 is don't be shocked by the spice level. Jamaicans will call something mild and your ancestors will still feel the heat. Test your spice tolerance before you challenge a pepper sauce. Tip number 6 is don't rush your food. Listen, Jamaican food is made with love, theme, seasoning, and a level of patience you cannot calculate. If you order food and it takes a little while, relax. Greatness takes time. And tip number 7 is use official taxis or a trusted driver for security purposes. If you are not familiar with the roads, avoid random taxis. Hotels can call you one or locals can recommend a trusted driver. And tip number 8 is don't flash things you don't want attention for. Simple things like expensive jewelries, huge cameras, waving your iPhone around like a fan. Just be mindful. Jamaica is beautiful, but like anywhere else, move wisely. And tip number 9 is Explore with a local guide. Want to see the real Jamaica? Link up with a trusted local. They will take you to the best spots, hidden waterfalls, real jack stands, local dances, beaches tourists don't even know exist. The Jamaica outside the resort is the Jamaica you will fall in love with. And tip number 10 is accept hospitality politely. When Jamaicans offer you food, tea, or juice, that's community. You don't have to finish the whole cup, but don't refuse too quickly. It's their way of saying, you are welcomed, you are safe here. A simple thank you goes a long way. And tip number 10 is respect people and personal space. Jamaicans are warm, but they are big on respect. Don't take photos of strangers without asking. Don't record kids. Don't shove a camera on someone's face at the market. A simple, can I take your picture, changes everything. Kindness is the Jamaican way. So there you have it, the unfiltered guide of traveling Jamaica the right way. And if you laughed, you learned something new, or feel way more surprised of your trip, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe for more Jamaican culture stories and travel tips from Seth commentaries. Drop a comment below and tell me what's one thing you think every tourist should know before visiting Jamaica. And thanks for watching, and until next time, walk good, stay safe, and enjoy every moment of your Jamaican journey.